Judge Mathis, you need to get on your hands and your knees.
Yes.
And beg your wife.
Beg her.
Ain't too proud to beg.
Ain't too proud.
Ain't too bad.
What are you on? Anyway, you gotta beg her, Judge. You have to, you gotta put your pride aside. 39 years, what you gonna do? You're old. What are you going to do?
They say men have more options when they're old than women who are older.
No, they don't. Who wants to go and be around you? Like, really, come on. Who wants to be with your old self? No woman's gonna put up with that nonsense with you. Ain't no woman putting up with that stuff. At least you have this woman. She's been putting up with you. You obviously made a mistake. Genuinely go and beg her and apologize for the mistake that you've made. Let her know that yes, we can do therapy. I had friends of mine who, the husband has been an ass for a while, but he was much older than the woman.
Okay.
He was much older than her. When he married her, I think she was 20 and he was almost 50. So he was much older. But as she got older, when she got into like her 40s, almost 50, and he was like 80, almost 80, it was just too much. Like, she was getting older and he was just like, I'm not taking this anymore. And they were really on the brink of, well, she was thinking about it. He didn't know that she was on the brink of a divorce. And when she talked to me about it, I was like, look, you need to go for therapy. He needs to understand. He probably is just not aware of really the effect of the things that he's doing, and how you don't have the patience for that anymore. And that young girl that he married, you're not that same young girl to put up with his BS and the condescending stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, when he married her, she was 20. Now she was a doctor now. Like, she was a medical doctor. You know what I'm saying? And like, she is used to commanding people. And now she got to come home to the same foolishness that she was dealing with in her 20s with you. And she has put up with it. But when a woman gets to a certain age, she ain't putting up with shit no more. That's what you guys have to understand. It's not going to be the same status quo.
You have to evolve as well.
And you got to evolve on how you treat her and stuff. Okay, so you got to get away from that, I'm going to check you. She don't want to be checked no more at 60. Okay? My ass too big to be checked. I don't raise your kids. We don't be here for 39 years. Your ass still checking me at 60. It's going to be a problem. Okay? Like, respect me. So it might be something very small, but you sitting down like a sourpuss, probably, don't want to go beg, like Mary said, get on your hands and knees and beg her and kiss her feet. Baby, don't leave me. Baby, please don't leave me after 39 years. What my ass gonna do without you? Who gonna scratch my head? Who gonna put up with my foolishness?
I don't want to put up with it. That's why I'm leaving you.
So I'm not gonna do nothing no more. Okay, I'm not gonna let you have to go through that. But if I make a mistake, just have patience. I'm really gonna work on myself. I'm going to go for therapy, baby. I'm not calling it off
until you make some
Let
actions.
me tell you something. It wasn't until my friends went to the therapist, and the therapist was asking the husband, okay, your wife is this well-accomplished doctor, and you're telling me that you expect her each day, and she's been doing this for 30 years now, almost 30 years. You expect her each day to be home and come cook for you. Every day, she has to have your food cooked as they're calling her to go deliver babies. She gotta rush out, do that, and then rush back. That's what you're trying to explain to me. And you're like, yes. She's like, oh, okay. And then when Christmas time comes, you want her to put up the tree, the Christmas tree, and all the decorations, and you and your children give her a list, your Christmas list, that you want her to purchase gifts, not just for you, but you want her to purchase gifts that you want to give to other people. You or your kids give her a list, and she got to go do all of that and come back and wrap everything and put under the Christmas tree. And she's been doing this for decades. And you good with that. And you're upset because I told her, I said, look, you don't have to go all the time home. I said, why don't you let them call for a pizza on a day you can't go? Because that's what I do as a single parent. And she's like, oh, they're not going to know how to call. What?
Pick up the phone and dial a number.
This man who had a high job and flying around the world, he don't know, he know. But you're enabling him. But when the therapist was checking him, then he had to sit back like,
I guess that makes sense.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. But he changed. He called the kids. Look, we can't be doing this stuff no more, Mom. Okay, we're going to go let her give us a list. All right, so things started to change. It could be something like that. All right, but Judge Mathis, you got to come from your high horse. After I saw what you did with Wendy, I don't know how many years ago that was, but I'm just letting you know. People don't change. And then he was already a judge. And he used to be in a courtroom where when he banged that gavel, everybody shut the hell up. And I bet sometimes he also tell them to shut up, and they have to shut up because they're in courts, and he can throw them in jail for contempt or something. Yeah. So he's used to having that power.
Get in his way.
Right? Get in his way. Now you gotta beg. You gotta get on your hands and knees and kiss her feet and beg her to take it back. Listen, if Colby and Vanessa could do it, remember she had filed for divorce. Colby went and begged that woman.
Well, she was younger, so she was more inclined to forgive.
No, when she was older again, she filed for divorce. She was in her 30s. That's
30-year age difference.
I'm gonna tell you something.
In your 30s.
When you get to 35 as a woman, you're gonna see your whole mindset. That's when it starts. Men have to, let me tell men something here. When a woman turns 35, this is when it begins. Her evolution, her transformation. That patience with your foolishness is not there at 35. So if you marry a woman who's already 35 and above, you're marrying her who she is. Okay? So maybe that's great. That's why sometimes I think now, maybe women gotta wait until
well, all the men who don't want to deal with a real woman, you just gave them an excuse to go be with somebody who's in their 20s.
And as soon as they become 35, you're like
you having to thank you.
No, he gets rid of them when they turn
24.
I think 25. You see, if you go 25, the sense starts coming in the head. That frontal cortex has closed.
That's when I start having
That's
sense.
when a person starts having impulse. That's when the person has control over their. You said what? You said that's when.
That's when I started having more sense, and I started taking my life actively.
Oh, yes.
That's when I did that 90-day program.
For a moment there, I thought you said that's when I started having more sex. That's why I was like, wait, let me stop. What the hell is she saying? That's when you start having more sense. Okay, you see, but I had to stop you because the people over there would be like, wait, what she say? What she say? That's when you started having more sense.
Okay.
That's why I stopped for a while. I was like, wait, what? Wait, hold on. Wait. Mary done made a whole thing right here.
Yeah,
what?
Not at all. Not at all.
But that's when a woman, the prefrontal cortex, that closes at 25. So you have control over your impulse. You have more control over your impulse. But a woman, when she gets 35, she's not putting up with stuff that she put up with in her 20s. She ain't, and in her early 30s, she ain't got time for all of that. She start checking you. When you say something, she also got something to say. That's when that starts. Okay, by the time she gets to 40, 50, no. This woman hung in there.
Yeah.
Linda hung in there till she was 60. But 61, she no.
We're not doing this no more.
So Judge Mathis, it's not too late. Don't be too proud to beg. Like that TLC song said, I ain't too proud to beg. No, I ain't too proud. Although they were talking about I ain't too proud
in the morning or late at night.
Okay, that's not what we were saying, Judge. We just say don't be too proud to beg for your love and for her to love you back. You guys get in the comments. Tell us what you think about this. You think Judge needs to go beg?
I think she should not take it back personally. I mean, I know this was all fun, but I think that she should go have a
No, she should. If he begs and he goes to therapy,
still the same behavior?
No. If he goes to therapy and all that stuff, I think yes. You guys, if Colby and Vanessa could get back and she rescinded the divorce, which she did, but he begged her. Then she was in her 30s. That man, shoot, I bet he laid on that floor and begged her and kissed her feet. And you saw the change in him. All of a sudden, Colby now carrying them babies. Smiling, being softer. We saw this on the side of Colby that continued until his death.
Yeah.
Okay? So he changed. I could see that in him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, Judge Mathis, get it together. Okay? Don't
follow
lose
your
out.
heart, Mrs. X Mathis. I don't know what her name is. But you follow your heart. If that means to leave that man and you go find your peace, I'm for it. I'm all for women not being haggard by some man who wants to be checking people. That's all. Anyway. See you
Okay,
later.
wait. So, you guys, either you did, what do you think? What Mary said or what I said? Okay, should Linda leave her husband? Or
She's already leaving himself.
Or should he beg and they do therapy and give him one more shot?
Let him learn his lesson. Make him a better person. Bye, y'all.